So, team, most of us do not struggle with using technology, but we struggle with asking it the right question. So, Microsoft Copilot is already embedded in the tool that we use every day. So, we have Copilot in Outlook, Teams, Word, Excel, but the real divide between average result and exceptional outcome is not the tool itself, it's the quality of the prompt that we give. So, team, here in this session, we are going to focus on a simple but powerful skill: how to communicate clearly and effectively with Microsoft Copilot to get our work done faster, better, and with more confidence. So, team, this would be the agenda of the session. So, we will first understand what is this Copilot is all about, how we can write effective prompts with Copilot, and Copilot use cases. So, team, let's first understand with Microsoft 365 Copilot capability. So, team, Copilot is not just a chatbot; it's a collaborator. So, Copilot that is powered by Gen AI. I hope you all are already aware with artificial intelligence. As we all know, the power of AI that is developing day by day, and especially after the introduction of generative AI, it is taking the creativity to the next level. Generative AI that is going to help us create new artificial content, right? Or the data that include images, videos, music, even a 3D model. And without any efforts required by human being. These Gen AI models, these are already trained and they learn on the data set and designed with data based on large data set and pattern. It generates new examples that are similar to this training data. These models are capable of generating new content without any human interaction. So team, here we have Copilot that is right there in our M365 environment. That is just like a smart AI powered assistant provided by your organization right in your M365 environment to help you create your content and work in your M365 environment. So, team Copilot, as I said, it's a collaborator. It can draft email, summarize meeting, analyze data, create presentation, even can help us think through decisions. However, this Copilot only works as well as the guidance that we provide. Different prompts that lead to generic output, right? A clear, a context rich prompt lead to insight, accuracy, and the time saving, right? So, Team Copilot that is there in our M365 environment, as you are already using and a part of Microsoft 365 environment, the application that you are using Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, Teams. So you are well aware with these applications, right? So Copilot that is there to assist you for working in your Word environment, like preparing your documents, working with presentations, PPTs, right? So whenever you are working in M365 application, you can call upon this Copilot. This is just your chat assistant, your chat window, or a helper that you can open whenever you need assistant. This Copilot understand what you are working on, provide you relevant suggestions. Let's say you are writing an email in Outlook. It might suggest you different ways to phrase your messages more effectively, or it can help you find a file you need to attach. It can also automate your repetitive task. Like in Excel, it can help you create complex formulas, generate charts based on your data, and just within few clicks. Let's say you need to draft a report on a presentation. Don't worry. Copilot can help you generate content by providing templates, suggesting text, or even creating entire section based on your input. So Copilot can save your time by automating your routine task and providing you quick suggestions. Copilot can help you complete your work faster, increase productivity, as with less time spent on your repetitive task, you can focus more on important and creative aspects of your work. Copilot offer you smart suggestions that can improve the quality of your documents, email, and presentations. So team, here there is a quick video. Please have a look. Okay, so team, when you are using Copilot, you need to understand what is this Copilot system is all about and how Copilot works in that system. So when you're using Copilot capability, it is integrated with your M365 application that you are already using and a part of your current license. And if you want to use Copilot, it is available as a add-on license that is provided to every users. So it is integrated with Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, Teams, and here Copilot, it uses natural language processing to understand and process the natural language queries to perform the task. Let's say you wanted to schedule a meeting, you wanted to set some reminders, finding some information within a document. So, as a user, we can write our instructions to Copilot, or we can give audio command to Copilot just in a language that we speak in our day-to-day life, just the communication we do with our colleagues in our organization, same way you can do with Copilot. So Copilot understand your intention, your mood, your goal, and accordingly help you to prepare your content. Copilot can help you analyze your data in Excel, create charts, provide insight based on your data. Copilot can generate the content, right? Generate the text, presentations, report, and can also automate the repetitive tasks. For example, data entry, email responses, document formattings, and so on. So, team, now let's understand how we can start using Copilot. So, for organization, if you want to make your team ready for Copilot, these are few prerequisites. So, team, first, make sure you have E3, E5 or required license with you. It means you are ready with your M365 environment. Your account must be active in Entra, and that Entra, that is account that required for authentication, because when you are using any application, it require authentication. So you must be having an active account. You must be having a
हाँ, अभी
OneDrive
होगी।
access because all the content which is available in OneDrive Copilot can collaborate. And when you are asking any question about your document or the information available, Copilot need to get access to OneDrive to get information about the content available in OneDrive. Plus, you must be having updated applications, updated desktop application. If you are using old version, Copilot will not be visible to you in your desktop application. So make sure it is available and it is updated. So team, when you are ready with Copilot M365 environment, Copilot will be there as an add-on environment. Now, how actually Copilot understand your requirement and how it actually works? So, as a user, as an end user, we need to pass on our requirement or our instructions to Copilot. So, what we do? We write a prompt. Okay. So, when we write any prompt, Copilot understand what we wanted to Copilot to do for us. Okay. Let me just use one prompt here. So, for example, I have opened this Edge browser and I have this Copilot icon. Now here I have Copilot license. So right now I'm using web capability, means I'm in web mode. So when you have Copilot enabled, you have both the mode available, work mode or web mode. Copilot is also available as a complimentary license to all the users where you have by default web mode enabled. Okay. Web mode means Copilot is going to prepare your content on the basis of attachment, any attached document or the information which is available over web. Okay. Now, second mode is your work mode, where Copilot works as a personal assistant for you. Means Copilot will understand your work environment, your work data, your role, right? The file you are already working with, and accordingly work for you. Okay. So that is a difference between work mode and web mode. Okay. So team, if you want, you are new to Copilot, please go and check in your browser. If you have both the mode available, means you have license. If no, means you have only complimentary license available with you. For example, I'm going to open web mode and I'm going to put one instructions here. So let me just copy one prompt. So I'm just going to pick one marketing use case and here I have put my instructions that I am a director for market research for Tailspin Toy. So conduct a market analysis for me for a toy industry to identify sales figure, the latest trend, consumer preferences, and the most popular toy in the market. So I have put my instruction. So now Copilot will start working. So Copilot first understand the context. Context means who I am and why I want Copilot to do this. And it understand my need. Okay. So as here I have mentioned who I am. I'm a director of market research. Why I want Copilot to do it for me? Because I want to conduct the market analysis. Okay. I want to identify the sales figure, latest trend, consumer preferences. That's what I want. So Copilot understand my requirement. Now what next? I have entered. Now let Copilot perform the task. Now Copilot is taking action for my requirement. It is taking action with powerful search. So Copilot is searching for the content as per your requirement. Now, right now, where Copilot is searching? It is searching from web, right? It is using natural phrasing with LLM means as a natural language. I have just put my sentences in a English language that you all who are there in this meeting can read and understand. Like we human being can read this language, but Copilot can also understand this language, this natural language, right? And then it gives you some recommendation. Can you see that here at the bottom? Copilot has processed, taken the action, prepared this report for me, giving this result. And this is what? Giving the recommendation. This is what you wanted to do next. Means, do you want to identify how high growth, white space categories? Do you want to build a 3-year product opportunity? And same way here. Show a 3-year product opportunity map. So this is what Copilot has taken the action, use the powerful search capability, found the related content, and by using large language model, it has prepared this response, means how to prepare this content for me and giving me the recommendation what to do next. Right now, as I have received this response now, as I am in my M365 environment, Copilot work purely in my organization security boundary, right? So here, Copilot ensure data protection as it is designed with comprehensive enterprise control to ensure that my data is protected, my data is private, right? It adhere to organization policies, compliance requirement, and safeguard my data. So your data, whatever the content is generated, the communication you are doing, the prompt you are writing, the response you are receiving, everything is private. No one else in your organization can read this content unless until you are not sharing it, right? So users have control over, even you have control over your AI suggestions that is provided by Copilot. Though you have these suggestions, but do you want to accept it? Do you want to modify it or you want to reject the suggestion? It's totally up to you, right? This Copilot provides valuable assistant, but it also focus on the importance of human judgment and decision making in this workflow, right? So Copilot will give us a detailed explanation. We can have different use cases. We can provide some example how these capabilities can be applied to the workflow. Okay, let me take you back to my PPT. Okay, so team, here now let's just understand how Copilot works. So you as a user, you stand here. Now you need any of this UI, a user interface, that is M365 application, or you can use a browser. Just log in to m365copilot.com if you are using a browser. For example, here I have opened a browser, open a new tab, just go to m365copilot.com. First time it will ask you to log in. So use your organization credentials to log in and you would be able to access Copilot capability in your environment that is there in browser. Or you can use Copilot right in your M365 application. For example, I'm using Microsoft Word and here at the top I have this prompt bar where I can write my instructions. Okay. Or if you are using Outlook, you can give your instruction via Outlook. Here at the extreme left hand side, you have this Copilot icon. And here you have the same Copilot chat option available. Or for each and every email, you have Copilot capability to help you, giving you the summary of each and every email. Okay. So we can use Copilot via any of these applications. And you write your instruction to Copilot. For example, I have mentioned that I wanted to summarize all the email that I have received from so and so people in my organization for last 1 week. Okay, this is what the prompt I have written. Now, Copilot will go to Microsoft Graph behind the scene. Microsoft Graph, that is a Copilot consult with Microsoft Graph, right? Now, Copilot, when Microsoft Graph received the requirement from Copilot, it just check that what user is asking about the people, can he connect with the people, or do he has authority to connect with the data? So when everything is fine, Microsoft Graph provide the related content to Copilot. Now Copilot grounds the input and consult graph for the related data. Now it generate combines user data and the relevant sources and refine the question. Copilot use LLM to generate an initial answer. That answer undergo further refinement, including checks against Microsoft Graph, evaluation for responsible AI practices, security, compliance, assessment, and finally, Copilot provide a well-formed, a well-refined, relevant suggestions and actionable commands back to you users, right? And that is closely tied to organizations' specific data for relevance and context. So this is how the whole Copilot system works. And these are few elements, core elements of Copilot in M365. So Copilot response highly depend on these components, like LLM, large language model. That is a fundamental component, right? It enable Copilot to provide intelligent, contextually relevant responses and assist with various tasks. So LLM works in Copilot by data processing and understanding. Now, how it understand user intent. So it all depend on NLP. So LLM use advanced NLP technique to understand and interpret user input. This involve analyzing the context and the intention behind the text to generate meaningful responses. LLM can maintain context across interaction, allow Copilot to provide relevant answer even in a complex conversation. And NLP that include some components like tokenization. Tokenization that is specify complex paragraph by breaking down text into smaller chunk. And semantic analysis, it help Copilot understand underlying meaning or your context. Like I have mentioned in my prompt that I am a market analysis or I am a marketing director. So Copilot has understood my context, who I am, and why I want to do this. And then sentiment analysis that have access mood, emotions. Let's say I want to prepare the content that is there in a funny language, in a formal tone, casual language. So that is what is my intention, what is my mood, so that Copilot can accurately understand my intention. And then Copilot work in multilingual task, and that enable Copilot to assess user in different languages. Let's say the response I have just received. Now the next, okay, let's say this is the one. Now I want to convert the same response in, let's say, German language. Please convert it in in German language. So here you go. It took hardly few seconds, Copilot, to prepare your response and convert it into the German language. If you are using an PPT, let's say we are trainer, and we have to sometime deliver session on different languages, Hindi language, English language, some regional language. So we use the same PPT and we ask Copilot to convert the PPT in the language we are going to deliver the session for, right? So this is how Copilot bridges the gap between human language and machine language. And then Microsoft 365 application. So as you have just observed that you need these applications to interact with Copilot, or you can use uh, Edge browser where you can log into your environment and use Copilot capability. So as we have understood that we can interact with Copilot just in a language, normal language that we use to communicate in our real life. But team, don't you think so? Everything depends on the prompt we are writing. Like I have just mentioned a prompt instructions that I have given. So the response was depend on the prompt I have given. Like my prompt was clear. I wanted to go for market analysis for toy industry. So it was clear for Copilot who I am, what is my intention, what is my context, what I want, and which industry I am looking for. And okay, in that market analysis, which section you wanted to go for? Is it to identify the sales figure, consumer preferences, latest trend, or any other point you wanted to cover? So my prompt was pretty clear to Copilot to prepare a perfect response that is required for me. So that is again going to help me save my time to write the prompt again and again. So it's all depend on my prompts. So it is very important to know that how we can write an effective prompt in Copilot. So team, when you are using Copilot, you need to follow these best practices. So make sure when you are giving your instruction to Copilot, that should be clear, that should be concise. Let Copilot know your intention. If you are going to filter your requirement, that will help Copilot to give you the refined response and can give you the quality output. Second, when you are using the response generated by Copilot, always follow our best practices that you review that content. Of course, you can trust on Copilot, the response it is generated, but as I said, you are using it as a smart AI assistant. So just like in your organization, when any assistant prepare any content for you, you do not just blindly trust on him and just sign the document. No, before signing the final document, you read the content properly. Just like that, you treat co-pilot. Okay? So you are always in a role of main pilot. So always trust co-pilot, but verify the response that is generated. Okay, maybe you have given the prompt in a way Copilot has misunderstood your requirement. Okay, so always verify. If you satisfy, you can accept that. Okay, now what the when the response you are receiving, if you do not like this, always give your feedback to Microsoft. So Microsoft always work on our feedback and improve the quality of Copilot. As I'm using Copilot from last it's 20 months, I'm using Copilot and I have observed how Copilot has been improved month over month. And even every week I'm observing a new capability, a new feature is, introducing. So it's all depend on your feedback, if whether you liked it or not. Okay. Now, when you are writing the prompt, you can try the prompt in different way. Whatever is there in your mind, can Copilot do this? Like right now, I am here in this session, I am an instructor, and what I have observed, people ask me, Komal, can Copilot do this? Can Copilot prepare a chart? Can Copilot create a logo? So, team, just like you are asking with me, I'm a trainer in this session, but trust me, the way you are asking with me, you can ask the same question with Copilot, and Copilot will prepare the response to you or give you the answer to you. Okay, so write the prompt, whatever is there in your mind, any question, any doubt, you can ask with Copilot. Okay, now when you are uploading some document from your local drive, so always follow the best practices your organization has informed to you about the security privacy of your data. Any file that is sensitive, that is important, make sure that file is uh, used in a way that it is not publicly available or it is not shared outside the organization, so that you have to be very careful. Microsoft gives you the feedback, gives you the update that is introduced in Copilot. So always be updated and make sure you are, always are aware with the newly features that is introduced in Copilot. So these are some best practices. Now, when you are writing your instructions, there are four main part. The first one is your goal. Goal means what you want Copilot to do for you. For example, do you want Copilot to create some content for you? Copilot to summarize something for you? To do some research, right? To analyze the data, prepare the list. So, what is your goal? Okay. Next is your context. Just give me a second. Now, what is your context? Context means who you are and why you want Copilot to do. Okay. For example, I'm a sales a manager and I want to use this document for my upcoming meeting. So please help me prepare for my meeting. Give me some like bullet points or summarize this document so that I can discuss the same. So, what is your intention? Accordingly, Copilot will prepare the content for you. Next is your expectation. So, expectation means how the response should be prepared, what point it should cover, what tone Copilot should use, what language it should use, what formatting it should be applied. So, that's what is included in expectation. And then your source. Source may be the topic. Source may be any file that you have attached. Source may be any specific industry. Source may be any web URL. Source may be people who is working in your organization. For example, I want to summarize all the email received from Rekha. Source can be any Teams meeting. Source can be any email you have received in Outlook. Okay. So this is what the four important part of your prompt. Okay, now let me just try one prompt for you. So, for example, okay, I'm going to pick one HR use case. So, I will continue in the same browser interface. And here, my next prompt, but this time I'm going to use work environment. So, let's say I'm a HR manager and HR manager at Graphic Design Institute. So, I have mentioned who I am and why I want. So we have currently started with the hiring process for a new senior animation designer. I want Copilot to review the attached document. So here I have to provide the source where Copilot will look into that and prepare my response. So I want Copilot to outline the job responsibility for this role and create a job description based on these responsibility. So I have to attach a document where my organization job responsibilities are mentioned. Okay, that is for senior animation designer. So here I'm going to add my work content. If you have that file in a recent files, you can get it from here. If not, You can attach your cloud file. So let me see, where is my file? Okay, it's not there. Let's go to my file. Okay, so this is the document. Select, and here this document is attached. Okay, now Copilot will prepare a job description. So the four part I have discussed, let's see if it is there in my prompt. My goal. Anyone, can you please let me know what is my goal here? Anyone, if you want, you can unmute and answer me. I have just discussed four part: goal, context, expectation, and source. Can you please let me know what is my goal here right now? Please read the prompt I have mentioned.
Hiring
Anyone?
a new animate member
Okay.
for senior member.
This is okay. This is what your goal. You want Copilot to do it for you?
Goal is to create a job description based on the given outline of job responsibilities.
Perfect. That you want Copilot to do for you. That is what goal you have given to Copilot. Very good. So you want Copilot to create a job description based on responsibility. Next is context. What is my context here? Anyone who can read the sentence? What is the context I have mentioned?
Hiring process for a senior animation designer.
Right. That is what? Who you are and why you want. So who you are? I am a HR manager that I have mentioned, and why that you just said that you have started the hiring process for a new senior animation designer. So that is clear, goal is there and context is clear. Now expectation. What is the expectation? Is there any particular expectation is mentioned? Anyone?
Reviewing the attached document.
That is your source. um, that like I have the source provided that review the attached document. So I am asking Copilot to look into this source. But here expectation is not mentioned, though Copilot will automatically understand that this is a kind of a content that require a formal response should be generated. Okay, so Copilot will automatically create the response in a formal language, but if you want in a specific way response should be generated, you can mention, for example, use professional tone. So I have mentioned my expectation and the source is this attachment. Okay, now enter. So here I have my response generated within few minutes, few seconds actually. So this is job description, location, department, employee type, about the role, key responsibilities, animation, visual design, qualification and skills. And this is what suggestions. And here you have the source. You can verify the source that is used by Copilot to generate this response. Okay, so whenever Copilot is preparing any response, it will of course show you all the sources and citation. For example, I will go to my previous prompt where I have used a web mode to prepare the response. Here at the end, you can verify the response looking into sources. Just click on it, and these are the citations. So as you have asked for the toy industry, so all these links are related to toy industry. Okay, as you have mentioned that this is a US based toy industry, so Copilot should only look for US based manufacturer or US based, whatever the information is should be covered that, not any other country, so that you can verify. Let's say we are working from India, so we can mention that I want this analysis only based on India, right? So you can verify the sources. Is it only referring to India resources or not? Or the link related to India country. Okay. So always verify the response generated by Copilot. I hope it is clear to everyone. This is just one more example. Like here, you are writing the prompt generate 3 to 5 bullet point, right? This is what? Is it your goal? Is it your intention? It is your context or source. Anyone? Generate 3 to 5 bullet point. What is this? Yes, anyone? Generate 3 to 5 bullet points. Is it a goal, context, expectation, or source? No one? So this is what your goal, right? You want Copilot to do it for you. This is what your output that you want Copilot to do for you. Generating 3 to 5. This is goal. Next is to prepare me for the meeting with client. This is your context you are setting. Like why you want this response, who you are. This is what your source. So Copilot will look only for the emails and Teams chat since June. This is my source. And this is my expectation. Please use simple language so I can get up and speak quickly. Okay. So these are some prompting best practices you all can follow. So as I have made it clear that when you are writing your prompt, do not use multiple sentences in one single prompt. Your prompt should be clear. Your request should be clear. Just like that, two human beings are talking with each other. If our sentences are not clear, what we are not able making others understand my intention, or my sentences are not clear, he would not be able to understand me and cannot perform the task, right? Just in your organization, when you are asking with your team to complete any task, you are giving your instructions to your team members. So your instructions are clear, that will help your team to complete the task in a quality way. Just like that, you are using Copilot. Your prompt should be clear. You should clearly, Copilot understand your intention. Okay, always use positive instructions. Okay, you can mention some example type of things like I want output. Let's say you are using some numbers, some calculations, and you want output should be generated in a specific way. So you can mention in your prompt, this is what how I want response should be generated. As when you are writing the prompt, so Copilot is working on your instructions. So you can try it in a different way. For example, let me just take you to my browser. For example, I have one file and I want Copilot to prepare the data analysis. Okay, so what I will do, I will mention give me data insight. I will attach a file. I will add my work content. So this is my file. Enter. Now I have just mentioned that please analyze this file, right? Give me data insight. I have not mentioned anything, my goal, my intention, nothing is there. So accordingly, Copilot has prepared this executive summary. This is campaign type performance, top and bottom campaign, performance by owner, engagement versus monetization, and these are the recommendation. Okay. Now let me try another prompt. For example, I will mention that I am a director of finance of Fabricom. Please use a QA marketing campaign analysis report based on the attached report, based on the file that provide data on our QA marketing campaign. Include the following section in my report. What are these sections? Executive summary, data analysis, and recommendation. Okay, based on the attached file. So I am not going to attach the file again because it is already attached in my chat conversation. Okay, here it is already attached. So Copilot will automatically take this source because here I have mentioned about the name of the file. So my context is clear. Press enter. Now here you can compare the response generated previously and just the response after my current prompt. What I have asked Copilot, executive summary. It is there, executive summary. Second point was data analysis. Here is my data analysis. Performance by campaign type, brand marketing, digital marketing, customer experience, then top and bottom campaign. These are top and bottom campaign. And then what was my third point? That was recommendation. And here we have the recommendation. Okay. So this is what a kind of a better response generated by Copilot. And now here, right now, at the end, it is asking I can package this into a one-page PDF with charts and a dashboard ready CSV file. Would you like me to generate those now? I will say yes. So Copilot is working on it. So here you can see I have few visualization. This is revenue by campaign type, top 5 campaigns by ROI, and revenue by campaign owner. And what's inside executive summary, data analysis, and the recommendation. Same point that I have previously mentioned. Okay, so if you want, you can download these files. One is PDF and another is my CSV file. Let's open it. Okay, so this visualization you can attach with your reports. Now the second file is marketing dashboard. This is a CSV file. And here you go. So in my original file, these calculations are not done. ROI, revenue per dollar, engagement rate, this was not there. This Copilot has suggested and created for me. Okay, I hope it was clear to everyone. So you can write your prompt in different way and you will observe that Copilot is behaving differently with every prompt styling you are using. Okay, so you can try different styles, right? You can ask Copilot to prepare the responses in different format. Let's say right now it is a Word file. You can ask Copilot to prepare it in a tabular way or using different colors, different formattings. That all you can try. If you have any specific Word document, Word template, or any PPT templates that you can try and you ask Copilot to do create the content using that format or using that templates and all. You can also give Copilot a point of view. Point of view means giving the context. As I said, when you are writing your prompt, your role should be clear, your context should be clear. Let's say I have written one prompt that I want to prepare myself for a topic. Let's say I'm writing a prompt that I will go with a new chat. I am a trainer. Help me prepare content on Copilot Studio for my upcoming training session. Okay, I need content for 8-hour session, right? Now enter. I have mentioned my role, who I am. Another side, let's say there is a student, there is a participant. He is also going to prepare on Copilot Studio, but the role will be different. Here, my role is trainer and your role will be participants. So according to your role, the content will be different. For example, here when Copilot is preparing my responses, here Copilot has mentioned the session duration that what tailor your trainer need, right? As a trainer, I need to know if it is a 8-hour session, in that particular hour by hour, how I can cover the content. So accordingly, this content is prepared to me. The topics that need to be covered, hands-on activity that I need to do, right? Some demos I need to cover, and what are the different sources for that particular section. When you are changing the role, the response will be different. I think there is one setting in Copilot where you can mention your role. Like here, you can go to setting. Here you have personalization. Okay. Under personalization, go to Copilot memory. And here you can mention, let's say I'm going to delete the memory, delete all memories. Copilot has not captured any memory. Here you can mention your profile. Okay. Uh, this is Copilot instructions. Here you can mention your instruction, your role. Let's say you do not want to repeat every time who you are or your context. So this is where you can mention your instruction. This is your custom instructions. Let's say I have mentioned I am a trainer. Similarly, you can mention that I am a sales manager. I'm a sales executive. Whatever is your role, you can just write here in the custom instructions that will be fed to the memory of Copilot. And whatever the prompt, whatever the response it will generate, looking into that instructions or that will be put in the memory. Okay, so this is what the instructions, and here you have the memory. I hope it is clear.
No, could you please repeat the last bit once again? The instruction, customer instruction was clear, but the other one which you have inputted, that input is experience, personalized experience.
Mhm.
Could you please repeat that one?
This one is the instructions. Okay,
Got it.
this
The
instruction
other
can
one,
be okay.
it's clear.
This one,
Yes,
Copilot
go ahead.
memory. So, Copilot memory means if you have done any previous communication, any conversation, continuously you are using that conversation. So, Copilot will put it into its memory automatically. Okay. For example, one
Excellent.
prompt you are using daily, at least 10 times in a day, or frequently using that prompt. So, Copilot will capture that in its memory. Okay. So when chatting with
Agree.
Copilot, it will remember the detail to personalize your experience. You can also create memories by saying, remember, I like concise responses. You will be able to review and manage your memories here. I have enabled Copilot memory. I have just deleted all the memories I have previously Copilot has used. Now it will go with the fresh memory. So whenever you want, you can delete previous memory and let Copilot create the fresh memories. Okay.
Okay.
There is one more interesting thing you all can just check here under work profile. You have schedule prompt. Okay. Schedule prompt will help you to automate your task. Okay. For example, I have put this prompt and I have scheduled it. Right now it is inactive because I have used it just for the demo purpose. For example, I am a trainer, right? I am continuously busy in my training program. And what happened is sometimes I miss important emails. And after my training, I have to, check all the emails manually, see what emails I have received, and I have to prepare the reply to them. So I have scheduled one prompt that please help me summarize all the email I received today. Okay, so it automatically take the current date. Okay, and here I have scheduled it on a particular date and time. Let me do it again. For example, I will just write one prompt. For example, you wanted to automate any prompt like help me prepare the summary of all the emails or Teams chat that I received from my manager. Okay, so Copilot will automatically run that prompt. Or for example, please summarize all the meeting chats and email received from. You can add the content. Let's say received from a particular people in my organization. Let's say that is Rekha. Today. Enter. So only once you have to run the prompt. Okay, this is the summary for the day. Now, let's go back to this prompt. Put your cursor over there. Without cursor, it will not be visible. So make sure your cursor is there. There are some options you will notice near your prompt. In between, there is one icon for clock. Just click on it. It will take you to schedule a prompt window. Now, here you can schedule this prompt, mention the start date. What is the time you want to run this prompt? Let's say evening 5 p.m. My office is wind up or my meetings are wind up. Every evening 5 o'clock, every day or in a particular weekday. Let's say I want to make it for every Monday to Friday. Run 15 times in a day or just one time is enough. Okay, done and click on save. Okay, so when you will save this prompt will be scheduled and will run automatically on the date and time or the week, the time of run. It will run automatically. Here at the end, this is the option receive an email when response are ready. Means when your response will be ready, it will give you an email notification. Okay. And how you can check that? You can go to chat. Under chat history, you will notice that prompt will be run automatically. Okay. This is again, you can manage your prompt. Okay. Team, I hope it is clear to everyone. Any query, any questions so far?
Could you please repeat this schedule thing again?
Sorry, your voice is very low. Repeat, please.
Could you please repeat this scheduling thing again?
Yeah, sure, sure. So here, whatever the prompt you want to automate or automatically run, right now you have manually written, but I want this prompt should be run automatically. There are many use cases. For example, you are working on any file. Let's say you are a manager, okay, and you have to approve leave request. Now, or let's say you are from HR and you need to see at the end of the month that employees, whatever the leaves they have applied, you have to update that. Okay. For that, you are going to run the prompts that give me summarize all the leave data sent by my employees. Okay. So Copilot will do it for you. But let's say you want to automate that task. Let Copilot run that prompt automatically on the scheduled date or time. Like my case, I want to run this prompt daily in the 5 o'clock because my training generally wind up by 5 o'clock. So this prompt will run automatically. I will just quickly go and check the summary, all the email I have received from Rekha. That will save my time. I do not need to go to Outlook and read each and every email and chat. Here I have mentioned Rekha. You can avoid that. Just mention all email received today or all the team's chat. So if you have missed any chat or email, that summary you will get from Copilot and take the action on it. Okay, I hope it is clear. Now, how you can schedule that? Put your cursor on your chart. You will see some icon, some option. Go to this clock icon, click on it. Here you can schedule your prompt. Mention the start date, right? When this prompt automation should be started, like today 5 o'clock, and daily it will run 5 o'clock only. This is every day or on a particular day. So you can, let's say, only Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, MWF. So that you can select. Run how many time in a day? Let's say I want to run one time in a day. That is enough for me. And save it. So that will be scheduled. Okay. So right now this is inactive and this is one I have just scheduled will be there in a active prompt. So this is creating your automation and now it is there in a active. Okay. So if you want to run it right now and you want to test it, click on run now. So this prompt must run. We can go and check. Let me refresh. So here I have this prompt that is run just now. Please summarize all the meetings, chat, and email received from Rekha Sharma today. So it says that at today is Saturday, Rekha is on leave. So it is giving me the summary that I couldn't find any meeting, chat, or email from Rekha for today in your enterprise data. Okay. So it is asking, do you want to expand the search and all? So I do not want to go for any further search. I hope it is clear to you.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, great. These are few more best practices you can follow. So when you are using Copilot, so there are some limitations sometimes you are going to face from Copilot. Like I am using Copilot from last many months, I have observed that I am using some prompt. So Copilot sometimes is stuck. It is giving me the same response again and again, but I am refining my prompt, but it is giving me the same response. So it happens sometime. So what you can do as a best practice is you can go to new search. Okay. For example, I'm using this browser, and when you are using Copilot, a new chat session is started. Okay. That is a conversation session. In a same session, you can have or you can continue putting your next prompt. So whatever the context you have set automatically, Copilot understand that. So if Copilot is stuck or giving the same reply again and again, or if you are trying to change the context but it is still referring the previous context, what you can do, click on new search or new chat. Okay. This is going to open a new session. Or you can just refresh the entire page, open a new chat and start a new conversation. When you are changing your topic of the conversation, changing your context, changing a role, always start a new chat. Okay. Or let's say when Copilot is still stuck, generally doesn't happen when you are refreshing your browser. So it never, behave in that way. So you get your response properly. But let's say you are using in-app Copilot capability. If Copilot is not responding, sometimes it says that right now I cannot respond or right now I cannot do it for you. So no problem, you can try the prompt again. For example, let me open one Excel file. For example, this is Contoso Chai Tea Market Trend. So here I have some data and I have used Copilot, in-app Copilot capability, and here I have app skill. So this is going to open a new session. What happened? We delete. Okay, let me do one thing. Let me open this file in web in OneDrive. Okay. So when you are using in-app, let's say I have opened Excel and using Copilot here, you have some suggestion to start. For example, here I have mentioned Let's say, give me data insight. Enter. So right now it is working on it. What I have observed, especially in Excel, that sometimes Copilot give me the response that right now it cannot do it. Okay, that generally happens in Excel. So what I do, I just write the same prompt again. I just try it and it happens in a second attempt or in a third attempt. Here you have this response generated. You can see the data analysis, how it works. Okay, and here is the response ready. Now, for example, I want to apply some conditional formatting. So let's say I wanted to ask, give me some suggestions for conditional formatting. So it is giving me these are some suggestions. Right? So you can follow these suggestions. For example, I want to highlight the highest and lowest sales. So I will mention here in the prompt, in the column, enter. Now here this is what response it is giving, that this is how it will be formatted. Like all the positive value should be there in green, negative value in the black. Let's click on apply. Some formatting was already applied, if you remember. So this is what the highest one and this is what the lowest one, that is what just formatted. Okay, so when it is like giving you response, always verify, always check. Okay, so here I have verified this is what the maximum value. And you know, yesterday only I have taken one session. I have write one prompt to highlight the cells, and I wanted to highlight the cells where the number was more than 10,000. This is what the prompt I have given, but it has highlighted all the cells in that column. So that is what I have quickly verified and checked. This is what the wrong formatting applied. So I have rewrite my prompt, and in the second attempt it was done properly. So it may happen that Copilot is not working according to your response or your requirement. So you just check your prompt. Is your prompt correct or not? Or if your prompt is correct, just try to retry the prompt, or you just try to rephrase your prompt so that Copilot can rework on your same requirement. If again, if your Copilot stuck here in this chat, here you have an option to start with a new conversation. So your current chat will be refreshed and you will start a new session. A new chat conversation will be started. When you are using Copilot, sometimes it happens that user get frustrated that they are not getting the proper response, or they are not much polite with Copilot. For example, when you ask someone to perform some task, what we do, please do it for me, or can you do it for me, like that. So this is what, when you are using Copilot, always follow your basic etiquette. Be respectful. You can start your prompt with please when you have got the good reply or good response generated, Always say thank you, that yes, it was created properly. Always give your feedback. Like if I go back to my browser, the response I have received, at the end of every response, I have an option for the thumbs up and thumbs down. Let me show that. So here at the end, I have thumbs up and thumbs down option. Let's say you didn't like the response, click on it. It will give you a pop-up. You can submit your feedback, describe in detail what was not right, what was not wrong, and here you have an option to capture the screenshot. This is going to capture the current screen. Can you see that? Allow, and that will be captured. Now, if you want to delete it, you can delete. Submit your response, it will be sent to Microsoft. When you are submitting your feedback, maybe positive or negative, Copilot may contact you regarding your feedback. Like initially, when I have started working with Copilot, especially in Excel, I have given multiple feedback because I was not getting the proper response from Copilot. It was not giving me the proper formatting or the calculated formulas and all that was created. That was not proper, not as per my expectation. So Copilot used to contact me via email. This is what they have worked on my feedback. Now I can try the same prompt again and let us know how Copilot is working, like that. This type of the communication, for that communication Copilot can come to you. Next, as I said, like you are asking so many questions to a trainer, right? And trainer is going to respond to you as per its knowledge. Let's say I know whatever the knowledge I have, whatever the experience I have about the Copilot, I can answer you accordingly. Just like that, you can use Copilot to ask questions. Copilot is not restricted to any particular technology or any area. Whatever the question you have, whatever the curiosity you have, you can ask with Copilot. Okay, you can give your instruction, any doubt you have, even about Copilot itself. You wanted to know, can Copilot do this for you? Copilot cannot do this for you. What is the prerequisite? How to schedule a prompt? Everything, just ask with Copilot. And Copilot will give you even step by step, responses how you can perform that task. Okay, iterate, iterate, iterate. That says that do not give up. Like you have written one prompt and you have not got the proper reply, or even you have got the reply, why don't you try for the next attempt? Okay, for example, let me give you one demo. Let's say I'm picking up one HR use case. Let's say I will copy this prompt. I will open Word document and here I will write my prompt. That I am a hiring manager of a graphic design institute. We are hiring for a position of senior animation designer. Please create a report that compare the attached resume to the requirement for a senior animation designer in the attached job description file and rank the candidate from the most qualified to least qualified. Now I have to attach one job description file and the resume of candidate. So I will go to my OneDrive. These are some resume I will attach. And the job description, where it is. Okay, job responsibilities I have. Attach and enter. Now let Copilot prepare the response. So let's say I'm from HR and it is a very difficult task as a HR member, that is to compare the resume. We have to manually, see all the resume or manually pick every skills, experience, education detail and then put it into different columns and do the comparison manually. But as now you have Copilot, you can use Copilot to compare different documents all together that you can attach, right? And you can ask Copilot to prepare the response as per your requirement. Let's say what I have asked. I have mentioned my prompt here. This is what my prompt. If you want, let's say the response is generated. But if you want to try again, you have few more lines to include, few more instruction to add. You can edit your prompt. This is what editing the prompt. Next, I have my response generated. You can just review quickly. For example, here I have this instruction, this introduction. What is the purpose of this report is to provide a comprehensive, objective comparison of 4 candidates, so and so, for this position. Then this is the methodology, comparison approach. Candidates are assessed on their demonstrated experience, skills, and achievement. This is the candidate profile. This is a comparative analysis in a tabular format. This is the analysis and the ranking and rational. Now here Copilot is giving me the response that Nestor is the most qualified. Why? It is mentioned there. Second is Patty and so on. This is what the format I have received for my candidate comparative analysis. Let's say I want to try more. So here I have this option to regenerate. Just near keep it, the option is to regenerate. Okay, so now this is another report format Copilot has given to me where you can see it is an introduction, animation designer requirement that was not there in a previous format. Then I have candidate profile. This is a comparative analysis, almost same. Here I have strength and weaknesses of every candidates. This is ranking and its justification in a different way. And this is the conclusion. So here I have total 2 responses. Here you can see 2 responses. You can anytime go to the previous response. This is my previous report. This is my second option. Again, if you want to regenerate, click it again. Copilot is recreating this draft. So you are not going to lose the previous response, but you will be having at the end 3 or 4, how many times you are going to regenerate, all option will be there. So you can compare, okay, this is what the report, it looks very good, and you are going to accept that. So here I have total 3 response generated. So let's say I'm okay with the second one, and here I will click on keep it. Okay. If you have few more instruction, let's say this report is okay, but I want to change the tone. I want to make it formal. So that's what changes you can do right now. Let's say, please make it formal. Enter. And now you will notice I have total 4 responses. And this is what the final one uh, that was based on my previous responses. But here I have noticed. Can you see that? Here, the final one, this is not in a proper way, just in a formal language, experience demonstration, a strong alignment. But previous, this one was better, and this is the best one. Okay. So here I am going to accept that and will click on keep it. Right. Now, this report is ready. If you want to further use Copilot capability to edit something, to ask about your document, you can use Copilot chat. If you have any question about your documents, let's say I do not want to read entire document here, I will just ask for verifying it. So here, uh, what is the experience of Patty? So this is kind of a quick question answer you can ask here just to verify your content. I looked across Patty and its experiments, but no result was found. It says that there is no result. So I think the Copilot is not referring the current document. So please refer the current document and let me know the best candidate. And here I have got the response, and it says that I can summarize what your document already state, since that is not adding any new evaluation, just reflecting the content you provided. The summary is that Nestor is ranked as the most qualified, and the same you can verify here. That same way here it is asking that, it is saying that Nestor is the most qualified. There are few more questions. Let's say you have 30-page document, 50-page document. So you do not need to right now like find out the information manually. Just quickly open Copilot, use Copilot chat and ask the question about your document. Even here only you have an option to create a quick summary of your document. Now, the thing is that if the summary will be generated here in the chart, that will be available here. You need to manually copy and paste. Better here, you can use Copilot edit option and draft with Copilot and insert a summary. So here you have the summary ready. Let's click on keep it, and at the end the summary will be available. Okay. So whatever the response you are getting from Copilot, it's totally depend on the prompt you are writing, the instructions you are putting. Like here you have noticed my previous instruction I have given, that is what is the experience of Patty. But Copilot has not referred who is Patty and what Patty I'm talking about. Is this Patty is my colleague and all. That is what the confusion was created. The issue was that there is a spelling mistake. Here it's P-A-T-T-I and here I have mentioned P-E-T-T-I. That again may be the issue. So you can, as I said, you can go and check your prompt. Is there any correction needed in your prompt? So here, as what I have thought, I have not rechecked this prompt. I just verified the response. But it is asking who is the Patty, is it the person name, colleague, or what? So, but I have just checked that there was a spelling mistake. The correct name of the candidate was Patty. But I have asked next time, refer the current document and let me know the best candidate. For example, now I want to summarize. Please give me summary about Patty. And here I have the quick summary of Patty, right? So who is Patty? Its communication skill, expertise. Okay. So it's totally depend on what prompt you are writing to Copilot, and accordingly the response will be generated. Now, as we are using Copilot here in Word, and I have given you the demo on Excel. Now let me just take you back to, let me click on Don't Save. Now I'm going to use Outlook. Now here in Outlook, generally we do not need to write much about that prompt, because here we are using Copilot to summarize our emails, and we are using Copilot here to prepare the reply of the email. But when you are using new email, most of the time I use personally Copilot here to draft a new email as per my requirement. For example, here I have one requirement that again I'm from HR, and a candidate is finalized. Now I want to create an offer letter. So I will open Outlook, and I want Copilot to help me prepare the offer letter to Patty. And here I will enter the date. Let's say it is 2nd Feb. Okay. Now, and here I have one file to attach, because I want Copilot to mention some employee benefits also. Now I have mentioned that I am a HR manager. Create an email offer letter to Patty on so and so date for this post. This should be the salary. If she accepts this letter, I will send her a formal offer letter. The tone should be formal. Enter. So now here, Copilot took hardly few seconds to prepare this response. So you just verify how the response is. So I have this draft ready. I am pleased to extend an offer for the position at the Graphic Design Institute. The start date will be 2nd Feb. Annual salary will be this. If you accept this letter, I will send you a formal offer letter. Please let me know your decision. But I have attached the file, but I forgot to mention about my job that my wait a minute. This is what the document I think I have added about the employee benefit. Yes. So I have forgot to mention about the employee benefit in this email. So what I can do, I will just retry my prompt, and I will mention that this draft looks good. However, I forgot to ask you to review the attached document and add some specific employee benefit in this email. Also, include a note saying that Patty should review the attached document for more information on the full complement of benefit provided by Graphic Design Institute. Now let's enter. So team, this time Copilot should include employee benefit in the draft, right? So if you will read here, Copilot has mentioned some employee benefit, right? Here I have health insurance coverage, paid time off. Means Copilot has referred the attachment, read the information which is available, and accordingly prepare this final draft for me. Okay, so this is what I have. I'm going to finally accept. But before that, few more options that can enhance this response from Copilot. For example, if you want to try again, like this is what, again, two responses are there. One is the previous one, and second is including the benefit. I can make it shorter, I can make it longer, right? If you want to change the tone, direct to formal, casual, right? And there are some other suggestion prompt like add more detail, make more creative, clarify purpose or intent. Let's say I will try this one. So it's thinking. So here, as I have asked Copilot to clearly mention my intention, my purpose, so that's what is modify. So finally, I have three responses. Out of it, this one I want to finally keep with me. So I will click on keep it, and I have my draft ready. Okay, so it's up to you how you are refining your responses. You have different options available to work on the responses generated by Copilot. Anyone, any query, any questions so far? Okay. So now team, there is one more thing I just wanted to discuss here that I found a very good feature. For example, I'm using another, okay. For example, I want to write a prompt. I will just quickly mention. Okay, that is fine. So I want to create a list of 15 best interview questions that should be asked to candidate that are applying for new senior animation designer. That is a just same use case we are discussing. Let Copilot prepare these interview questions. Okay. Now I have received these question but not the detailed answer. Okay. So you have an option, either you can click on edit. The same prompt will be added, and I want 15 best interview questions with answers that should be asked to candidate applying for. So just by using a very small option here to edit the prompt, you do not need to retype the prompt again. The same prompt will be added automatically. So I have all the questions with the answers. Now, for example, you have a team of SME, and they are going to work on further for the interview process, or maybe they are going to take interview, or they will be the part of interview panel. Now they wanted to collaborate with each other, and if they have some more questions to add here, they wanted to add it. So you have prepared this question, and now you wanted to share this response to them. So here at the bottom you have this option to edit it in pages. Okay, so here I will add this. Click on this edit icon. So this is called Copilot page. So your response will be open in a Copilot page. Now here you can share this page at the extreme right hand side topmost corner. You have this share button. Click on this page link, and the page link will be shared, can be shared to your colleagues. Now again, how you are sharing it? only people in your organization, people you choose. So as a best practices, I want you to always choose this option, people you choose, when you are sharing your prompt or the responses, and mention the name or the email ID of your colleagues and what you want. They should be able to edit this document or only view. What permission you are giving to them. Applying. Okay, so right now I'm just using this one for this demo purpose. Let's say I have shared it to them and they can click on the link and they all can open the same page in the real time. Now they can collaborate with me. If they have some question, they can make changes in the current document. This is what the response generated by Copilot. Let's say they wanted to add some heading or any content, they can make the changes. When the final copy is ready, here you have an option to create a document. And Copilot will quickly open a Word document that you can save for your future reference. Okay. You have an option to create a PDF also, or if any content you are preparing for presentation point of view, you can quickly click on presentation and a presentation will be ready. Okay, and just below that response here you have the same Copilot page you were just editing is available. Okay, if you want to reopen the same page for editing purpose, you can do so. There is one more way to manage your prompt is that whatever the prompt you have created, sometime if you have noticed, I have written some prompt with proper goal, context and all. So for example, if you want the same consistency should be followed by other colleague, so you can do one thing like let's say you want to reuse that same prompt in your future. So what you can do, just give me a minute. Let's say I have written this prompt that I am a trainer, need to deliver session on so and so topic. Let's say this is one prompt, director of market research, conduct of market analysis. Let's say I want to use the same prompt again. Let's say I have another like a product to research in the market. So I can save this prompt so that I do not need to retype it. So I will click on save prompt. I can here give the title of the prompt. Let's say market analysis and save. Done. Now, how you will get this prompt again? You can click on view in prompt gallery or here you have an option just near prompt bar. Click on this star icon and you have this prompt gallery. All your save prompt will be available here, your prompt. And this is what the market analysis, the prompt I have just saved. Click on it, the same prompt will be added, right? Let's say this is not toy this time. This is another product. Let's say I am a director of market research for another industries, let's say for adventure cycles. Okay. So I wanted to do the market analysis for adventure cycles. Okay. So this time the product is changed. I can quickly edit my product and run this prompt. Or if you want the same prompt to share with other users in the organization, you have this share option. You can share it by copying the link or share it to entire teams. Here you have one more like option to explore, that is suggested. So these all are the suggested prompt by Microsoft. Anyone who is new or do not know how to write the prompt, so these suggestions can help you. You can filter it as per your task or as per your job type, sales, marketing, and you can filter these prompt and use it. One more way to help you writing an effective prompt is a agent that is available to every user in the organization, and the name is prompt coach. Let me just search for it. This is prompt coach. Click on open. And here, this prompt coach is an agent that can help you generate a prompt. So let's say I do not know write the prompt, but I wanted to do the market analysis. So you just write your intention here and let prompt coach create the prompt for you or to guide you how you can write the prompt. You just need to mention what is your goal, context, and the prompt will be prepared. Okay, so all of you, I recommend this prompt coach agent. You all please use this agent. This is really very helpful. This is going to give you a quality output. Okay.